How you guys doing?
Doing great, Coach. And first and foremost, like we've told all our coaches, thank you so much for taking some time to join us. We know it's an extremely busy time of year as you get your team prepared for the upcoming season, so we definitely appreciate your time. Coach, if you could please start us out with an opening statement previewing the 2022-2023 edition of the Jackson State Tigers.
Oh, absolutely. I got a great group of guys. Started working yesterday officially. We're pretty solid at every position. We have really good point guard play. We have some long wings, which I like, 6'5", 6'6". And we have some forwards that can get it done, multiple positions inside out, long and athletic. I run a complex offense that these guys are picking up really well, that'll do well for us down the stretch of games. And we're aggressive defensive team where we make you score through us, not around us. And that's kind of our culture.
Appreciate those opening comments, Coach. Going to switch up the order of questions a tad bit. Going to take our first question from Rob J.
All right. Thank you so much for taking my call and my question. Coach, first of all, welcome to Jackson State. I know you're from Jackson. How has the support been for you since you became the head coach?
What's going on, Rob? It's been tremendous, to say the least. Me being from here, me growing up, just, being a Tiger. My mom and my dad both attended Jackson State. My brother attended Jackson State. I have a host of family members that has attended this university, and I just grew up around it. Just to answer your question, just coming back, just me going to the grocery store, me going to grab a bite to eat, just those interactions that I have with just people that not only know Mo, but you'll know this, they know Peanut, so I go places, what's up, Peanut? It's a different feeling, it's a different environment, and it's a lot of support because it's a lot of excitement around our program. We've been a winning program for a long time, and I think they just on the edge right now of winning championships, just trying to get over the hump.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Coach. Good luck this season.
Thank you.
Next question goes to Dr. Cavill.
This is Kenyatta, Dr. Cavill's Inside HBCU Sports Lab. Coach Williams, I wouldn't dare go there with your nickname there. We don't know each other there yet like that, but excited to have you. Talk a little bit about the roster turnover that you had, moving from Alabama State. So you experienced with the SWAC. You talked about the history in terms of your family, in terms of the historical perspective of the SWAC, but now you're back at home in a lot of ways with Jackson State. Talk a little bit about that roster, if you would.
Absolutely. We have a good group of guys, and we have 10 new players, that weren't on the team from last year, and one returning player that basically didn't play was Gabe Watson. He got hurt early in the year and missed the entire year. He might have played 4 or 5 games, and he's going to be really good for us and score the ball. Started off at Southern Miss, spent some time at Tulane. Now we're blessed with his talents here at Jackson State. And he's going to be really, really good for us. I can see him up for potential player of the year at the end of the year, that type of talent for us, and he can be really good for us. We have a good point guard that came from Salt Lake City Junior College. And if you're familiar with the junior college ranks, Salt Lake City was #1 JUCO in the country. And he was the leader, leader of that team. Small point guard from Chicago, and Chase Adams. Started off at the University of Portland with Terry Porter, a good friend of mine, was coaching over there. Left there and went to Salt Lake City, and he's just a winner. And any basketball team that you want to coach and you consider the winner, trust me, that team usually has good point guard play. So I'm excited about him. A big kid that we had come in from the West Coast. He was in the Big West last year at Long Beach. 6'9", long, athletic, Ramel Menzel. He's really good, and all these guys have a couple years to play, so we're not getting them for 1 year. And I brought in Trace Young that was with me at Alabama State last year that had a good year for me. He's a senior, and he's one of the seniors, only seniors. Well, we have a couple seniors that's going to play, but we're pretty young. Got a lot of guys coming back. And the sleeper in my group is Ken Evans that was on the team last year. Listen, he's a sophomore. He has a lot of potential. He don't know how good he is yet, and I'm looking forward to his growth, and he's going to be a major contributor for us this year. And we deep. We got some guys that can come off the bench and give us good minutes. So I'm excited about, I know I sound like it, but I am. I'm excited about the group that we have. I don't like to play fast, but I like to play quick. And, I like to make teams score through us, not around us. And you rebound the ball at a high clip, those type of things, and not turn the ball over. If you take care of those 4 things, I think you got a chance to be in or win every single game that you play.
Can follow-up question and go a little deeper in terms of their style of play? You had one in Alabama State. Are you going to play similarly at Jackson State, or because of this roster construction that you have, will it be different, as you alluded, not playing fast, playing quick with some pace?
Well,
talk a little bit more about what that looks like.
Well, that's the beauty of recruiting, right? You want to recruit guys that fit your style, and that's what we went out.
Yes, sir.
Get guys that can fit our style. We run a complex offense, so we have to recruit guys that has a basketball IQ, that can remember things, that can execute things. But we like guys that can get up and down the floor and run, because like I said, we don't like to walk the ball up the floor. We don't do those type of things. We like to get it and go. So we need guys that can obviously play fast. And when I say fast, I mean quick. And I use fast as a word, but I mean quick. You don't want to be too fast where you can't think and play. If you're quick, you can always react. So for us, it's about executing down the stretch. We harp on executing down the stretch, and I use this analogy to my guys all the time. A basic offense that you run, you're probably going to, in a game, you're going to run offense maybe 15 to 20% of the time. Outside of that, it's rebound outlet, you in fast break action, broken plays here and there. You got to make something out of nothing, or you just got to read and react. But typically down the stretch, 5 minutes to go, 6 minutes to go, you got to be able to execute. You got to be able to not turn the ball over. You got to be able to set great screens. You got to be able to come out pin downs. You got to be able to set your man up on a pick and roll and hit the man on the roll. And defensively, you got to be really, really sound. So we spent a lot of time on really being able to execute, being able to know where you're supposed to be in different spots. But the great line in there is being able to just play basketball and not be robots.
Thank you, Coach Willie. Good luck.
Thank you.
Next question goes to James.
Hey, Coach, I hope you and everybody at JSU are well. NBA players from the HBCU experience. If you take Jackson State, we see you as a coach. You see Lindsey Hunter as a player. You won a world championship, and you've also coached. Talk a little bit about HBCU players, and they want to eat. They want to play at the highest level. They want to play in the NBA. What are you seeing from the talent base?
Oh, the talent is there. We just don't get enough eyes on these guys. We don't do the per se of getting their information out, if I would say so. But we have the talent. I think that, for us, and we're moving in that direction. It's basically just the visibility. I'm one of 12, meaning one of 12 men that lead our programs, and we all have players on our team that can go make some money playing this game. And in this lack thereof, for the most part, lack of agents, that's being committed to coming to get players in our conference and really working hard for them and getting them in that position. I think we get it misconstrued on just the talent. The talent is here. We have guys that can go, for lack of better words, to the NBA, right? But it's a lot of things that go into being a top 60 pick, meaning 30 in the first, 30 in the second. A lot goes into that. That's the political side of things. Who represents you, right? What relationship that type of agent have with teams. A lot of things go into a kid being drafted, and where we fall short in our league is those particular agents that does have a direct line to a GM per se, those agents are not getting SWAC players, right? We're getting agents, and maybe it's an agent that's, on the come up or don't have as many high profile players. And I think we fall into that realm of talent, and you see a lot of our guys, go overseas and get their opportunities in that aspect, because a lot of the agents specialize in overseas contracts. Their contacts is overseas. So to answer your question, I just think it's more so of everybody around our talent, far as the agents, far as the conference as a whole, just getting those guys, having those guys be more visible in the aspect of pro scouts and things like that, and getting pro teams to come watch practice and get them to attend games. I think that's the carry out of it. I can only think of a couple teams that I know personally that reach out to me on a regular basis about our league, and Miami Heat is one of them. That's why you see their culture, the way that they run their program in the NBA, is not like an NBA program. It's more like a college atmosphere.
Coach Williams, last time we talked, you were guiding the Hornets. Now you're back home, and you alluded to it. But just talk a little bit about being back, the comfort level, being familiar with everything, and it's got to be full circle. But what's it been like so far, and moving forward to coach this team?
It's definitely full circle. I definitely enjoyed my time at Alabama State the last couple of years. We did some good things there, but like I said, this is a great opportunity for me, myself, my family, everybody that's involved. So at the end of the day, I'm excited, with this opportunity, but I know what comes with it also, right? People love you until you don't win, so my goal is to get these guys prepared mentally. I always speak of mindset. That's on our shirt every day we practice, mindset. And I think a mindset you got to have on a daily basis is a championship mindset. And what I mean by having a championship mindset, if you have a championship mindset about everything you do, I don't have to worry about you going to class. I don't have to worry about you getting back on defense. I don't worry about you diving on the floor. I don't have to worry about you at a party and worrying about what you're going to do or what you're going to put in your body. Because if you have a championship mindset, that doesn't turn off.
Thank you, Coach. Have a blessed season.
Thank you.
Coach Williams, we sincerely appreciate your time and good luck this season.
I appreciate you guys.
Thank you.